We are turning to some consumer news this morning because April is Financial Literacy Month, and despite a healthy economy, wage increases and strong performances on Wall Street, many are still struggling to make ends meet. Here to help is President and CEO Cathy DeWitt Dunn from DeWitt Dunn Financial Services. Now, she's got some awesome money lessons to help increase your financial health this morning. Thanks for joining us, Cathy.
Morning. Good to see you again.
All right, let's talk about this month and why it's dedicated to financial literacy.
Well, Congress back in 2004 passed a law that made April Financial Literacy Month, and it's really awesome. So it also coincides with us filing our taxes, and it's really to make us more aware of what's happening with our finances. And right now, we're seeing Americans with over $17 trillion in debt. And we've seen credit card defaults go up 50% in 2023. We really need to take a look at spending habits and what we could do differently in the month of April so we can bring the year in on a different financial foot. So it's a really fabulous month.
And it makes sense. You know, to improve our financial literacy, what's the first money lesson that we need to learn?
Well, number one, track our spending. I mean, we all need to do this, right? So I don't care how you do it, but I like to write down everything in a journal. How much money am I spending? How much money am I bringing in? Where am I going? Right? And then also taking a look at all of our credit card bills, our monthly bank statements. Where is our money really going? Are we having things that are going out that we're not familiar with? And just tracking it. It's going to really help you become more responsible for your finances throughout the year. And we have to make sure that we have a budget and that we're sticking with it as well.
Now, I'm sure you get this question a lot, and financial experts cover this question a lot. Do you have any specific ways that people can actually get their debt down, whether it be cutting out Uber Eats, something as small as that?
Well, you know what? It just takes a little something to change your habits. So my big thing is that we need to make sure that we pay down our debt, because if we don't, we're being punished. Because interest rates on credit cards, I read a recent survey that said over 13% of credit cards have an interest rate of over 30%. So if we spend $1,000 and we're making minimum payments, that's going to take us 6 years to pay off, and we're going to have to pay an additional $1,200. And that's just crazy. So I always like to take a look at paying off our debt. There's two ways that are very effective. One is the avalanche way. Take a look at all your debt, pay off your highest interest card first, the highest interest rate that you have, and then go to the next card, et cetera. Or do the snowball. And that is looking at your credit card debt and looking at the one that has the smallest balance, paying that one off, and then move on to the next card. But we really have to focus in on our debt, because no one likes to be penalized, and it's just not a great way every single month to feel like you're starting in the hole.
No, you're absolutely right. But let's talk about the future, right? What should we be thinking about when it comes to that?
Well, for me, the first day you go to work is the first day you need to think about retirement, because you need to start saving. So you don't want to show up, you don't want to work when you're in your 80s. So you have to plan for this. So I always tell my clients, let's put away 10 to 15% of your paycheck. Make sure that it's out of sight, out of mind. Also, maybe look at contributing to a Roth IRA, because that money is going to grow tax-free, and later down the road, you can have tax-free income.
Right.
But you really need to sit down with a professional advisor, get a plan in place. And I like to work with my clients because I like to take a look with and help them get to their retirement years, have them generating an income that they cannot outlive. And I have more about the process on my website at DeWitt Dunn. But let's start in April and moving on the right direction with our finances so we can feel good about the rest of the year.
Yeah. And Cathy, before we go here, I saw you said increase that 401k. Is there maybe a special number you have in mind if we can get to that?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you could just contribute to the max, and make sure if your employer is doing a company match, that is free money. Go and grab it and take it. And also, if you have a 401k Roth plan at your employer, take a look at contributing that as well. You can never save too much money for your retirement future.
You're absolutely right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You can find more financial resources on your website at DeWittandDunn.com. Cathy, a pleasure to have you.
And thank you.